Let's talk about a guy who is a scorer and a winner. And that's Sprechen Dirk Nowitzki. Big German became the sixth player in NBA history to eclipse the 30,000-point plateau tonight. From the larger scope of the best power forwards, yes, he technically is a power forward. In the history of the game, Dirk is normally third behind Tim Duncan, who most people regard as the best power forward ever, and Karl Malone, the mailman. And man, even though he didn't win any titles, it's hard to leave him out. Could Dirk ever catch, there he is, Stockton and Malone. Could he ever catch Karl Malone as the second best power forward of all time?
Yeah, yes. Does it matter? But for the sake of argument here,
does it matter? Yeah, I think so, because I think eventually you want, like, Dirk, when he's done, is going to be like.
I'm sorry, if I'm choosing teams, I'm taking Dirk or Karl Malone over Tim Duncan.
What?
No doubt about it.
You're taking Dirk or Karl Malone over Tim Duncan?
Yes, but Tim Duncan has all the championships.
But Tim Duncan is regarded as the best power forward ever.
Because he's won.
Yes.
Right? And Karl has 0 and Dirk only has 1. Oh, really? If we're choosing teams, you're going to take Tim Duncan over those two guys? Interesting.
No, I'd probably take Dirk. But the reason is
Duncan has,
because the game has changed.
We judge also
because the game isn't played.
We judge your resume and how many championships that you.
Yeah, but it's not played back to the basket anymore. Power forwards don't play like Karl Malone and Tim Duncan played.
He redefined the position.
Right.
Right. I mean, he never averaged 10 rebounds in a season. Never.
See, that's why I think basketball heads might look at us and go, "What? You're really going to take a power forward who never averaged 10 boards as your number one guy?"
It's also style of play. How do you want to play?
Yeah,
right?
I don't want to play that way. I don't want to play the Tim Duncan way, the Karl Malone way. Effective, certainly Tim Duncan, right, but not sexy. Dirk was sexy.
Tim Duncan was a product of, obviously, a great coach who's going to go down as one of the best of all time.
No doubt.
Popovich, being in the right system, playing alongside of how many Hall of Famers?
Tony Duncan, Manu Ginobili, David Robinson, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, Dave Robinson.
That's 4 Hall of Famers.
Already.
It's 4 Hall of Famers. 4 Hall of Famers. Pau Gasol, Hall of Famer?
Probably internationally, yes.
So he played inside the organization. A lot of Hall of Famers out there. A lot of Hall of Famers. Because they're the best of the best. Malone had Stockton. Dirk had a couple of old guys at the end of the line. I want to say he played with a ton of Hall of Famers.
It's an interesting.
You say, he played with Nash, but yeah, they got rid of Nash.
You got it right. That really doesn't even count. I mean, it counts for the points, but it doesn't count for the chips. Well, he did go to 1 with Steve Nash.
But people who say Duncan's the best of all time because he won all the championships, it's hard to quantify an argument that could beat the Duncan championships argument.
How does he surpass Karl as the second best ever? How can he get there? Can he?
You asked me the original. I said yes.
Yeah, but how?
I think he already has. He's won a championship.
That puts him over the mailman.
By himself, against LeBron, during LeBron's heyday.
I tend to agree with that.
Karl couldn't do it multiple times against Mike in his heyday.
Correct. I agree with that.
Dirk beat LeBron.
He did, when LeBron was at the peak of his powers.